Today we are going to start the study in geography. Geography is nothing but it is a subject studied under the social science. Today we are going to start the first lesson in geography, that is the Earth, our living planet. This is the part 1 video, and the main points that we are going to learn in this chapter are introduction to geography, names of the earth, size of the earth, the continents and the oceans on the earth, latitudes and longitudes, important latitudes and longitudes, longitude and time, local time, standard time, time zones, and international dateline. These are the main points that we are going to learn in this chapter. Dear students, now we'll start the study of geography. You should be ready with your pen and notebook. Go on listening the video carefully. Make your own points. Then afterwards write the notes in draft book. Geography is a subject which is studied under social science subject. Geography goes on teaching us about the features on the surface of the earth, the interior features of the earth, and the features in the atmosphere around the earth. Means the geography goes on studying about the interior of the earth, the surface of the earth, and the atmosphere around the earth. Here we mostly we study the surface of the earth, the features on the surface of the earth, the different oceans, different continents, the lifestyle, the land, natural vegetation, the climatical conditions, different features or aspects of the geography are studied under geography. And now we are going to study about the features about the earth, which is our living planet. This geography goes on studying the features on the earth. Then we are the people living on the earth. The earth is our planet. The earth is one among the 9 planets which are revolving around the sun. That means Earth is one of the family member of solar family, or the family of the sun. The solar family means the 9 planets and the sun and the 9 planets which are revolving around the sun. The Earth is one among the 9 planets. The Earth is having a 3rd place from the sun. It is the home of living beings such as plants, animals, birds, and human beings, and so on. There are a lot kind of living beings which are living on the earth. The earth is only one planet which is having life on it. There is no any other planet around the sun or anywhere in the universe which is having living being, because the earth is having living life on it because it is having a suitable distance from the sun, the range of temperature, the life supporting gas, the atmosphere, the water cycle, and so on. These are the necessary features for the existence of the life. The features which are necessary for the existence of life are found on the earth. So earth is having life. The suitable distance from the sun means the earth is having a particular distance from the sun which is increasing and decreasing as the earth goes on revolving around the sun. That goes on creating range of temperature on the earth. The range of temperature caused for the existence of life supporting gas and atmosphere. The atmospheric changes in the atmosphere caused for the birth of water on the earth. The water is in the form of ocean. The ocean water goes on converting into vapor because of sunlight. The vapor gets converted into cloud. The clouds flow towards the land masses. When they come towards the land masses, they get cooled. When the clouds get cooled, they start falling in the form of rain. The rain starts flowing into the streams to the rivers to the long rivers. The long rivers goes to the ocean. This is called water cycle. The water cycle is there on the earth. Because of these all features, the earth is having life on it. The earth is having different names. Some of the such names are living planet, unique planet, watery planet, the blue planet. That means earth is also called as living planet, the earth is called as unique planet, the earth is called as watery planet, the earth is also called as blue planet. First of all, we will see why earth is called as a living planet. The earth is called as living planet because it is the only one planet in the universe which is having a life among, so only it is called as living planet. There is no other planet in the universe which is having life. The earth is called as a unique planet. Actually, unique means special. The earth has its own special feature, so only it is called as unique planet. The unique feature or the special feature of the earth is the earth has suitable features for the existence of life, which the other planets are not having such features. So only earth is called as unique planet. The earth is called as watery planet. The earth is only one planet in the universe which is having water on it, and the water which is found on the earth is in the form of a liquid, solid and gaseous form. We can find the water on the surface of the water, which is called as surface water. We also find water in the atmosphere. It is in the form of gas or vapor. We also find water under the ground of the earth, that is called underground water, and the content of the water on the earth is greater than the content of the land masses on the earth. So earth is called as watery planet. Earth is called as watery planet because it is having a more quantity of water than the land mass. Earth is also called as blue planet. Why is Earth called a blue planet? Because Earth is a watery planet which is having a greater quantity of water than the land masses. Because of greater quantity of water on the Earth appears blue in color from the far distance in the space. So only it is called as the blue planet. Look at the picture of the earth which is taken from the far distance from the earth in the space. Now we'll come to study about the size of the earth. The earth is having third place from the sun. Look into the picture. The first picture in the top of the picture, first picture shows that the left side first figure is sun, the next is Mercury, then Venus, then Earth. The Earth stands third place from the sun, and then afterwards the fourth, fifth and sixth places are with other planets such as Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, etc., etc. When we look towards the size of the earth, when we compare the size of the earth in the solar family, the earth is having fifth largest planet among the 9 planets around the sun or in the solar family. The largest or the biggest planet in the solar family is Jupiter. The second largest is Saturn. The third largest is Uranus. The fourth largest is Neptune. And the fifth largest planet in the solar family is Earth. The other planets are smaller than the Earth planet. Now we'll come to look into the another important feature of the Earth is diameter. Diameter is nothing but it is the longest distance between 2 points on a circle, or the line which is passing through the center of the circle from one point to another point on the circumference of the circle is called the diameter. The diameter of the Earth is approximately 4 times greater than the diameter of the Moon. Moon is a natural satellite revolving around the Earth. The diameter of the Earth is approximately 107 times smaller than the diameter of the Sun. Look into the picture. The diameter of the Moon, the diameter of the Earth, and the diameter of the Sun. We can compare each and other and clarify yourself. Now we'll come to look into the area of the Earth. The geographical area means the surface area of the Earth. The total surface geographical area of the Earth is 510 million square kilometers, included with water bodies as well as land masses. Out of total 510 million square kilometers of geographical area of the Earth, 361 million square kilometers of area is covered by water. That is 70.78% of the total area of the Earth. The remaining 149 million square kilometers of the area, geographical area of the Earth is covered by land masses on the Earth. That is 29.22% of the total area of the Earth. The distribution of area, geographical area of the Earth between land and water is not equal. It is unequally distributed. Land masses are having less area, water bodies are having greater area. The ratio between land and water areas is 1:2.43. It means that if the land is having one part, the ratio of the water is 2.43. This is about the ratio. Dear students, now we'll come to study about the shape of the Earth. Before going to learn about the shape of the Earth, first we will clarify the diameter. Diameter means the distance between 2 points on the circle passing through the center. On the Earth, diameter means it is having two diameters, that is equatorial diameter and the polar diameter. Look into the first picture. The top picture shows the size of the Earth, that is geoid shape of the Earth. First we'll understand what is geoid shape of the Earth. The shape of the Earth is described as geoid shape. Geoid shape means, geoid is a word. Its literally meaning is earth shape or the shape of the Earth. The shape of the Earth is called as geoid shape, or it also gives the meaning that oblate shape. Oblate shape means a sphere which is flattened from top to bottom and bulges from left to right. That is called oblate shape sphere. Oblate sphere means the sphere which is having flattened from top to bottom, that is north to south, or that is north pole to south pole. oblate means then bulges towards the east and western directions. That is called geoid shape. The shape of the earth is geoid shape. Just look into the first picture. The earth, it shows the oblate from the top to bottom. If you look there, the earth is little flattened. When you look towards the east and western direction of the earth, it is little bulges. This is the shape of the earth. How it is formed? It is studied. It is studied after understanding the diameter of the earth at the equator and the diameter at the polar. First of all, we'll see the equatorial diameter of the earth. The equatorial diameter of the earth is 12,756 kilometers. Look into the second picture. Here one arrow mark is there. The arrow mark which is passing through the western end of the equator of the earth and passing through the eastern edge of the equator. The interior distance from the starting point till the ending point of the in the interior of the earth at the equatorial region. This distance is 12,756 kilometers. When we look towards the polar diameter of the earth, it is only 12,714 kilometers. Look into the third picture. The arrow mark which is passing through the northern pole and coming out from the southern pole. The interior distance between the north pole to south pole of the earth is called the polar diameter. The polar diameter is 12,714 kilometers. The difference between the equatorial diameter and the polar diameter is 42 kilometers. This 42 kilometers in kilometers of difference between the equatorial diameter and the polar diameter is a proof for geoid shape or flattened shape or the oblate shape of the earth. Now we'll come to study another important factor, that the circumference of the earth. The circumference means the total measurement of the circle. The total measurement around the circle is called circumference. The earth is having two circumferences, that is equatorial circumference and polar circumference. The equatorial circumference of the earth is 40,076 kilometers. That is from equator, starting from western beginning of the earth at equator, moving towards the eastern end and again turning towards the back side of the earth and coming to the same point from where we have started. The total round measurement on the equator of the earth is 40,076 kilometers. This is greater than the polar circumference, means look into the fifth picture. Third picture, fourth picture shows the direction how the equatorial circumference is measured. Go to the fifth picture. Here you can see the polar circumference, the direction of the polar circumference, means starting from the north pole, moving towards the southern pole on the earth and going back to the earth side and coming near to the starting point again, that is north pole, the round measurement. This is called polar circumference, and this is of 40,008 kilometers only. There is a difference between equatorial circumference and polar circumference is at about 68 kilometers. It is a proof that the earth is flattened from north to south and bulges from east to west. This shows that the proof of the shape of the earth. Now we'll go to look into the another important uh, feature of the earth is the continents and the oceans on the earth. The earth is having a greater quantity of water and lesser area of land masses. All the water and continents and land masses are divided into oceans and continents. There are 7 continents on the earth which are called as land masses on the earth. The 7 continents on the earth are the Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe and Australia. In this, the largest continent is Asia and the smallest continent is Australia. The water bodies on the bodies on the earth. Water bodies on the earth are divided into 4 major oceans. They are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean and Arctic Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and the deepest ocean on the earth, and the Arctic Ocean is the smallest and the shallowest, means having a lowest depth on the earth. Dear students, this is about the earth, its size and its shape, and the continents and oceans on the earth. In our next class, we will go on studying about longitudes and latitudes and other part of the lesson. Thank you.